In the early 19th century, John Bell, a respected farmer, moved his family to the quiet community of Red River in Adams, Tennessee. But the Bell family's peaceful life was short-lived. Soon, a dark shadow would fall over them, a spirit later known as the Bell Witch. This entity would haunt the family and their descendants for years to come. It began with strange, soft scratching sounds that echoed through the walls at night. At first, John Bell brushed it off, thinking it was rats, or perhaps loose boards creaking in the house. But the sounds grew louder, creeping closer. Soon the entire family would hear it. Faint scratching, low whispers, and knocking sounds that seemed to come from nowhere. One night, young Betsy Bell awoke to the sensation of cold fingers brushing against her face. She gasped, feeling her hair being tugged by an invisible force. Frightened, she told her family, but this only seemed to anger the entity. The haunting escalated from scratches to a chilling presence, a spirit that would soon turn violent. Betsy became the witch's primary target, suffering more than any of her family members. She was slapped, scratched, and pinched, leaving her covered in bruises. The family was helpless against the invisible force that tormented their young daughter. They could only watch in horror as the witch's influence grew stronger and her cruelty intensified. In a last effort to understand what was happening, John invited neighbors and the local preacher to witness the strange occurrences for themselves. But when the visitors arrived, the witch mocked them, laughing in a chilling voice that seemed to come from nowhere. It ridiculed their attempts to banish it, and soon the entire community feared the Bell farm. The witch's voice grew stronger, sometimes speaking in full sentences and often laughing at the family's fear. It mocked John Bell, calling him by name, and reminded him of past grievances. It even repeated conversations the family had in private, showing a supernatural knowledge that terrified them. The witch seemed to hold a particular hatred for John Bell, taunting him constantly. Soon, John began to fall ill, plagued by symptoms that no doctor could explain. The witch took credit for his suffering, declaring that it would kill him and end his bloodline. John's health worsened as he felt a constant presence hovering around him, draining him day by day. One winter morning, John Bell was found dead in his bed, with a strange vial of black liquid beside him. The family later claimed that the witch had taken responsibility for his death, its voice echoing through the house. "I gave him the poison. I killed him." This marked the first time in history that a spirit was blamed for a murder, and the legend only grew from there. Following John Bell's death, the witch's presence lessened, but it left the family with a chilling promise. It would return in 7 years, and it vowed to haunt the Bell family for generations to come. True to its word, the spirit returned, though not as intensely, and continued to torment the Bell bloodline. To this day, the Bell family claims the witch's curse remains. Strange occurrences still follow their bloodline, with eerie whispers, shadows that move on their own, and feelings of being watched. The Bell Witch's curse lives on, a dark shadow on the family's legacy. The cave on the Bell property, known as the Bell Witch Cave, is said to be a portal to the spirit world. Visitors report hearing faint whispers, cold gusts of air from the dark depths, and feeling an oppressive presence. Many believe the witch has made it her resting place. Today, paranormal investigators and thrill-seekers flock to the Bell Witch Cave, hoping to catch a glimpse of the entity. Many leave terrified, certain they felt the witch's presence. Some hear mocking laughter, while others feel invisible hands tug at them as they explore the cave. The legend of the Bell Witch refuses to die, continuing to captivate and terrify all who visit. The Bell Witch legend has become one of America's most chilling tales of the supernatural, a haunting that spans generations. The Bell family's torment left an indelible mark on the land, and some mysteries seem destined to remain unsolved, haunting the living and the dead. The story of the Bell Witch remains one of America's most chilling, deeply unsettling legends. Originating in the quiet town of Adams, Tennessee, the tale continues to captivate both paranormal enthusiasts and historians, transcending its 19th century origins to become a cultural phenomenon. The legend of the Bell Witch draws on multiple aspects of human curiosity: our fascination with the unseen, the fear of malicious entities, and the dread that lingers with unresolved mysteries. The unsettling experiences of the Bell family, if indeed true, are enough to provoke fear and wonder in anyone who hears their tale. For centuries, the Bell Witch has evoked questions that lie beyond the bounds of science and logic, leaving a chilling imprint on all who dare to explore its details. The Bell Witch is more than just a ghost story. It's a legacy that defies time, defies explanation, and captures the imagination of those who dare to confront the unknown. As long as the Bell Witch Cave remains open, and as long as descendants of the Bell family continue to recount their chilling experiences, the legend will live on, haunting our imagination and feeding our fascination with the supernatural. In this way, the Bell Witch has achieved a kind of immortality, transcending its origins to become a symbol of the unresolved mysteries and unanswered questions that lie beyond our understanding. Subscribe,